With Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat of New York, Vice Chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, about many of the key debates up on Capitol Hill. We'll get to your calls now. Christine in Kingston, Illinois, a Republican. You're up first. Go ahead.
Hi. For anyone who has played a game of Monopoly, everybody in the world knows it's, two or three people have all the money and they don't spread the wealth around and at least buy the houses. Or you have to invest in property, not only our infrastructure, but I'm just sick of hearing about schools in Afghanistan when, I have potholes and my kid goes to a school with like old equipment. We should take care of America first. But entitlements, Social Security, people have paid into Social Security and they deserve to get their benefits. Entitlements shouldn't be called entitlement. It's socialism or socialist, liberal or progressive. That's not a bad thing. But people have to invest. It's so funny. If you have 6 people playing a Monopoly game and 2 or 3 people are hogging all the money and keep it in a Swiss bank or whatever, you have to keep up the infrastructure and all that. But, entitlements, welfare and link cards don't give you that much, and it's really hard to live on $10 an hour. 15 would be better. You could actually get, if you have 2 kids, you could buy shoes or a new coat or something. But when you live paycheck to paycheck, it's no fun. If you take 6 billionaires or 6 people with a lot of money, if they group up and decide to put, I don't know, like an amusement park down in Baltimore where people can go and pay cheap fare, just things to do, like like Jersey Shore, not gambling, but just fun stuff.
All right, Christine. Congressman?
Well, thank you for your observations, and certainly I think first, investing in transportation and infrastructure is incredibly important for this country. It used to be that transportation and infrastructure investment was a nonpartisan issue. It was an area where Democrats and Republicans could agree was an area that made sense for this country. But that issue has become more divisive in recent years, and that's problematic. Even though organizations like the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, a very business-friendly organization here in Washington, D.C., agrees that we've got to do a better job for our economy to invest in transportation and infrastructure. And certainly, as it relates to more social type of investments in inner city communities, I think we have to begin by making sure we've got a public school system that is functional. In places like Baltimore, you've got dropout rates in some schools that exceed 50%. And that is just a recipe for disaster when you've got children, young people who have been undereducated for decades, essentially dooming them to life sentences of disadvantage and despair. And that should not happen in this great